Hey gamers, I'm Cybersnake7. Hope we're all well, guys. Back again with another video. Yes, it's been another 2-week absence for me, but I've just been lazy. I just wanted to kick back and watch a bit of TV, play a couple of my new Super Nintendo games, and I found an Xbox One under my TV, so I thought I'd buy a new game for that and make some use of it. And also spending a bit of time with the wife. It was her birthday, the weekend just gone. That's why I wasn't at Doncaster, unfortunately. Heard good things about it though. Watched Stu2UK's video, Gus Newton's and Matt Soulfunk Retro. They all had the views on the event and some decent footage. So it looked a pretty decent event. So hopefully I'll be making it next year for sure. There's no two ways about that. But still, we all have Blackpool to go to, and I'm absolutely itching to get there. Just have a good couple of days there, get drunk, and just make a fool of myself basically, and just meet up with you guys. That's all it's about. If I find anything in gaming wise, then it's a bonus. Just I'm not holding my breath for games there. After last year, forget it. So I'm just there just to see you guys and just have a great time. But anyway, let's digress. Let's talk about this video. You know where I am. You know what you're looking at. Yep, we've got another 10 games to add to the Master System collection, and it is Man vs Master System. These games are bloody hell, I'm playing on 231 to 240. So I'm getting there, guys. Really getting there. Now, these ain't fantastic games by any amount. These are just stragglers, really. These are games I could have picked up any time. But yet again, just being lazy, seeing them, not buying them. So I thought, right, get these out of the way, because I'm now, as you know, in that stage where I'm picking up the £40+ ones, you know, and it's getting quite difficult to find. So do I pay that much? Do I hang back and wait for a bargain? So it's just going to be one of them long processes, unfortunately, but that's just the way it goes. So anyway, yeah, 10 stragglers for you to add to the collection. So let's crack on, guys. These are games 231 to 240. So 231 is another sports title and another football game. I can't have many left now. I'm sure I've got one more, to be honest. And anyway, let's talk about this one for 231. 231. And that is World Cup Italia 90. And it's in pretty decent condition, apart from the hang tab, but I'm not too fussed about that. But it's a typical down top style football game. Played one kind of game, like I played them all. Sensible Soccer's the best. But anyway, this one is World Cup Italia 90. 5 modes, game modes to play on. 1 or 2 players. You can do penalty kicks. You know, you can play exhibition matches, or you can just go straight into the World Cup 90. Pick any team you want, as you would do, and then try and win the World Cup 90 in Italy, basically. So that's game 231, and one more sports title to add to the collection, and that is World Cup Italia 90. Game 232 is the best fighting game ever made, without question. But as I say, I haven't got this on anything else but the Master System, and to be honest, I don't think I'm ever going to get it on any other system. But it had to be got, and I played it in the arcade, and I kind of liked it when I was younger, but I was stupid then. But this is a game. It's got to be easily one of the worst fighting games. People may argue with me and say it's not, but it's the one and only Pit Fighter. Yeah, at long last I've added it to the collection, and it is in pretty decent condition. Graphic wise, you can't expect miracles out of this, but to be honest, it don't look far from the arcade version. That's how bad it is as far as I'm concerned. But you know, it's one of them. It's a game you have to stick in the collection. It's not actually that bad. I mean, I played it and I was quite addicted to it, to be honest. I just wanted to get that little bit further. But as I say, I don't think I'll be taking it any further than the Master System version. But still, great to have it at last. Not the greatest game in the world, but it's still kind of nostalgic and fun to play. So that is game 232, and that is Pit Fighter. 233 is this one. So I'm just randomly picking them. I can't even remember what the games are. 233 is, well, I'm not really into these games, but it's a god game, and it's the one and only Populous. And this is in pretty decent condition. I picked this up for a fairly decent price. cheap price. But as you can see, God Sim, you know, you can do whatever you want. You know, you can create havoc, swamplands, flush floods, raging fires, the usual spiel. But it's got everything in it, and I'm sure this has like 2 manuals. No, it don't. Just has 1 manual in it. But as I say, you know, it's a God Sim. If you're into that sort of thing, you know, which I've never ever been into, and I don't think I ever will do. But it's a game that has to be added into the collection. But glad I picked it up, and it weren't that dear, thankfully. So that's game 233, and that's Populous. I'm going to have to move these in a bit because I've got. In fact, I'll do it now. I'll move them and I'll put them over here. There's that. There you go. Because obviously I'm going to fill that up. Simple as that, isn't it? Right, game 234. Game 234 is a pretty decent game actually. It's arcade classics, 3 arcade classics on the cart, and what games are they? And oh right, okay, so yeah, 231, 234. See, I'm always lose count. I'll always lose count till the end. 234 is the one and only arcade smash hits. And this is not a bad little title actually, pretty decent condition. I think I paid about £8 for this, so it ain't too bad. But you got 3 great arcade classics on there. You have Defender, Missile Command, and Breakout. So you know they're all decent games, and as I say, 1 or 2 players. And I actually had the privilege of the missus sitting down and playing this because this is simple, it's addictive, and she actually sat down for the first time ever and played on a console with me. So there's hope yet. There's hope yet. But as I say, great little title. 3 classic arcade games on there, and I'd say if you haven't got it in your collection, slap it in, guys, because it's really, really worth it for a quick fix. So that is game 234. That is arcade smash hits. 235 over here. Right, 235 is a game I watched Ninja Bear play and do on one of his videos a long, long time ago. Never really been interested in it. I ain't cleaned this up. I've just slapped it on the shelf and I've left it. And I bought this one and there's a bit of damage on the back and I'm not happy about it. So it's up there until I can replace it. But if I can pronounce it right, it's Shangaya. I don't know if that's right. But as you can see, it's one of these typical Japanese puzzle games. I think you just got to match all the squares up to get it, you know, complete, whatever. But as you can see, pretty shitty on the bottom. Not happy about that. So there will be a new copy coming into the collection eventually. So as soon as I replace this, you know, anybody is interested, then they're more than welcome to have it. But as I say, you know, I've tried it and I got no idea what I'm doing on this game whatsoever. So, you know, it's just shelf filler to me, but still, it's got to be in there. So that's game 235. And that, hopefully I've spelt it or pronounced it right. Shangaya. I may be wrong. You know, but there you go. 235. 236. I had this one originally, but I traded it with the Hoost 2, Keith, many moons ago, when I had a selection of games without manuals, and it took me all this time to get it back. But this one is kind of pricey. I think I paid £12 for this one. Never seemed to get any cheaper. But at last I've got it back, and it's not a great driving game, I have to admit, but it's US Gold's Outrun Europa. But it's in really great condition, to be honest. It isn't bad at all. But yeah, as you can see, it's an outrun game, but in this one you can actually use boats, bikes and cars, and you basically drive across Europe. It's as simple as that. I can't be bothered to read the synthesis. If you notice, usually I'm reading the back by now, but can't be bothered. But, you know, Outrun's Outrun, any. But as I say, it isn't the greatest version of Outrun I've ever played, but still, glad to have it back because it's got its manual at last. But it took my time to get this back. I just, as I say, just silly little games like this, which you know you can pick up pretty regular. I just haven't got round to picking up, but at last it's back. And that is game 236. Let's just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 236. Yeah, 236, and that's US Gold's Outrun Europa. 237. 237. Now, this is a favourite of Tooties, this one. And I'm sure Alex Nintendo Arcade, he likes this one as well. I've never played this on the arcade. In fact, I've never played this game at all. So I've yet to stick it on and see what it's like. But it is the one and only Rampart. And it's like a top view strategy game. I'm assuming, as they said, you build your castle and then you take it in turns to basically destroy each other's castle. The first one to kick ass, basically, as far as I know. But 1 or 2 players, 3 levels of difficulty, and there's 7 rounds on this one. So, as I say, one game I've never ever played. I've never seen it on the arcades, but it's a favourite among a few of you guys out there. So, yet to sit down and give this a real good go. So that is game 200. I'm going to say again, I've lost count. 237. I bet you're loving this, Craig, ain't you? 237, and that is the one and only Ramparts. 238. Now 238. Now this one is one of them ones I've waited for a while for, and you can't get it under 20 quid. 20 quid plus. But I was lucky. I was so lucky to see it for about 13 quid. I thought that's the cheapest I'm going to see this, and it's not a bad game at all. Actually, nice side-scrolling action platformer, and it is Psycho World. Really, really quite a good game, and this is in really good condition for the price that I got it in. For the price that I got it for, should I say. But as you can see on the back, if you can, nice side-scrolling action platformer. You have 5 rounds to this. Now let me see if I can read the back and give you some sympathy, shall we? Dr. Karnov needs you to use his special ESP booster to rescue young Cecil. She and her sister Lucia were his assistants, and the monsters Dr. Karnov kept for experiments escaped with her. Venture out into the frightening, mystical, often beautiful world. Fend off as many creatures and dangers, and save poor Cecil. Okay, that's what you got to do. But this game is not a bad game at all, I must admit. Really, really glad to put this into the collection. But it is one of the toughest to find. I think I've only ever seen, ever since I got this one, I've only ever seen 1 copy on eBay all the time, and it's always 20 quid, 20 quid. But it's not in nowhere near as good as condition as this. So very, very happy to add that to the collection. And that is 238, and that is Psycho World, or Psychic World. Get it right, Jay? Psychic World. There you go. 239. Now 239. This one is one of 2 Terminator games that I've. Well, I've got one, got to add the other one too. But these give for what, 35 all day long, 35, 40 quid all day long. You can't get it any cheaper than this, or any cheaper than what I bought it for, 35 quid. So I'm quite happy to pick this up. Still got to get the other Terminator game. When you see this one, you'll know what I'm on about with the other Terminator. But I've managed to snag this one, and it is in excellent condition. It's Terminator 2, the arcade game, and it is in fantastic condition. This one is. But this one was on eBay, and it was 34 quid. Buy it now, so I'll just rip the arm off for the person who's selling it. And it's in fantastic condition. If you played the arcade machine, then you know exactly what you're getting. It is technically the arcade first-person shooter. You can't use the phaser, which is kind of weird. So it makes it quite difficult to play this, and it bloody hurts your hand after a while. But still, well happy to have it. But the other one, obviously, I've yet to get is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Same black case, same style of thing, but that one's a side-scrolling platformer as far as I know. But yeah, well happy to have that. Not the greatest game in the world, but still one of the you know, the pricier ones to pick up. So that is game 239, and that is T2, the arcade game. 240 is one of 2 games, and they're shooters. One is a £40 game all day long, and the other one can be anything from 150 to 200 quid all day long. So if you know what I'm talking about, then you'll know what this game's all about. And I've managed to pick up the latter, which is the £40 all day long one, and it's a really good nick. And I didn't pay £40 for it, actually. I paid I think 32, which is a reasonable price personally for the condition it's in, so I'm pretty glad to have it. But game 240 is Power Strike, and as you can see, it is in very, very nice condition. But this is a top-down shooter, a very good shooter. I've got to admit, there's 6 levels to this. You can use your pad or your control stick, but really good music to it. Really, it's an inventive way. I haven't really got my head round the, you know, picking different things up. I think you pick different weapons up. It's just what a majority of shooters, things like that, and you pick them up, and you can. I think you can build up your weapons, change your weapons, and things like that. But the control system's quite confusing. But still, it's still a fantastic game. Now, Power Strike 2 is different kettle of fish. Never played it, but I've heard good things about it. Stuart Ninja Bear, he absolutely loves that game, and he's still kept it in his collection today. Obviously, he hasn't got that many left, but that one he has kept. So I'm going to be paying big bucks for that. But you know, it's probably going to be one of the last ones. But so what? It's worth the wait. If it's anything to go by this one, and I like this one. This one's not a bad game at all. Then I'm sure Power Strike 2 is going to be even better. But well happy to put this into the collection at last in wicked condition. So that, guys, is game 240, and that's Power Strike. There we have it, another 10 to the collection. And if you want the honest truth, I've got 6. I've only got 6 over there, so I'm struggling a bit. I've got another 4 to get for another 10, but I've got another month now. You're not going to see me for another month, especially for the Man vs Master system. Just the way it's going to be, unfortunately, because it's going to be. I'm going to be taking my time with these now. I've got no choice. You know, I ain't got unless I spend £40 a week or save all my money and buy them all in one go, which ain't going to happen. So realistically, I'm trying to stumble on them for good prices, rather than seeing them and buying them straight away. If I can get them cheaper than that I can actually see them for buy it now for, then all the better. But if I can't, then I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and buy them. It's as simple as that. So as I say, that's it, guys. I have got now 240, so I am 29 away. Is that yet? Yeah, 29 away. So, guys, that's it. That's another Man vs Master System over, and I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'll see you next month. And before I go, just a quick thanks to everybody who supported this, you know, my channel, this little venture of mine, and all my new subs that I've recently received. Thanks to you guys. Thanks for all your comments, as per usual. Thanks for your interest, your support, whatever. As long as you keep on watching, I'm a happy guy, and I'll give you content. So, as per usual, guys, I am CyberSnake7. Keep playing. Always keep watching. All the best.